The Lost Gospel. A small convoy of hikers led by Father Daniel Ward, a defrocked priest in his 40s, treks into the Appalachian wilderness to document ruins of an old missionary settlement. Among them are Emily Ross, a faith-skeptic journalist, Mark, a quiet ex-soldier, and Sister Catherine, a young nun who still believes in miracles. The group's goal: find evidence of the St. Anselm Colony, a 19th century Christian mission that vanished overnight, and whose leader, Father Hobbs, was rumored to have found God in the flesh. A warning from a local gas station owner chills them. Ain't no God where you're going. Into the hollow. They hike through the fog-choked woods. As they climb higher, their GPS fails and the compass spins erratically. Daniel's cross pendant begins to vibrate faintly. Emily films everything for her documentary, but her footage shows flickers of movement, things unseen by the human eye. That night, they hear a bell tolling in the distance. There are no churches for miles. The church that shouldn't exist. They stumble upon a moss-covered church in a clearing, rotted, sunken into the earth. Its bell tower is broken, yet the bell still rings softly as if moved by wind. Inside, they find ancient pews, burned prayer books, and frescoes depicting angels with broken wings and bleeding eyes. On the altar lies a wooden tablet carved with a phrase in Latin: Deus vult sanguinum, God demands blood. Echoes of the faithful. Emily sets up cameras inside the church for the night. Father Daniel kneels before the altar, whispering prayers he hasn't spoken in years. Catherine hears faint singing, a choir in the distance, and follows it outside. But the forest behind the church is empty. In the darkness, she sees children standing still, faces covered in white veils. When she blinks, they're gone. Only the echo of hymns remains. The mark. At dawn, Mark finds claw marks on the church doors, deep, jagged, and fresh. Inside, Daniel wakes with blood under his fingernails and scratches on his arms, though he remembers nothing. Emily plays back her footage and freezes. During the night, Daniel stood motionless for 2 hours in front of the altar. Behind him, something whispered in a guttural, low voice. He returns through faith. The hidden scripture. Catherine uncovers a trapdoor beneath the altar leading to a crypt. Inside, they find relics, bones arranged like halos, candles made of human fat, and a sealed, iron-bound book. Its title: The Gospel of Flesh. Daniel, trembling, opens it. The pages describe the missionaries cutting out their own tongues to hear the true voice of God. As he reads aloud, a wind howls through the church, and the bell begins to ring again. The Whispering Woods. They attempt to leave the area, but every trail leads back to the same clearing. The forest seems to breathe. Trees twist subtly, as if watching them. Emily hears a woman whisper her name through the trees, her dead mother's voice. Daniel warns them not to listen, but he too hears something, a man reciting scripture in his own voice. The voices grow louder until Catherine screams for them to stop. Suddenly, silence. Then laughter. The possession. That night, Catherine begins to convulse, speaking in ancient Latin. Daniel tries to exorcise her, though he's no longer sanctioned by the church. The words coming from Catherine's mouth are not hers. The body is weak, the soul is the doorway. As she speaks, candles relight themselves. The air grows heavy, sulfuric, and she stops breathing. When she opens her eyes, they are completely black. The Devil's Ridge. Mark and Emily flee into the forest, dragging Daniel. Catherine screams echo from behind. Not human anymore, but distorted, layered. They reach a cliff that overlooks miles of forest. In the valley below, hundreds of crude crosses burn faintly in the mist, as if marking graves. Daniel whispers, the St. Anselm Colony didn't vanish. They were buried alive. The forgotten settlement. They find the ruins of the colony, wooden huts, and skeletal remains. A single massive wooden effigy stands at the center, a crucifix twisted with barbed wire and skulls. A plaque at its base reads, "We fed the Son to see the Father." Emily realizes Father Hobbs and his followers weren't missionaries. They were heretics trying to summon the physical presence of God by ritual sacrifice. The faithful starved themselves, and something answered. The hunger of the hills. As night falls, shadows crawl along the settlement ruins. Mark loads his rifle, shaking, while Daniel clutches his rosary. They hear Catherine singing from the woods, the same hymn as before. When they follow the sound, they find her standing in front of the effigy, smiling. Her mouth stretches unnaturally wide. "He's awake," she says, and the effigy begins to move. The body and the blood. The wooden effigy splits open, revealing a pulsating mass of bone and flesh, a grotesque mockery of Christ's form, built from the bodies of the missionaries. It breathes. The forest trembles. Catherine kneels before it, whispering prayers that sound like screams. Mark fires his rifle into it, but it only bleeds black smoke. Daniel realizes the entity feeds on faith. The stronger their belief, the stronger it becomes. The broken cross. Daniel grabs his cross and hurls it into the fire, shouting, "You know God of mine." The creature recoils briefly, but Catherine lunges at him, shrieking. She bites into his arm. Her mouth bleeds black. Mark drags Daniel away, but Emily stands frozen, filming everything through tears. She can't stop. It's as if the camera is forcing her to look. The creature's face turns toward her lens and smiles. Faithless, they retreat into the crypt beneath the church, blocking the entrance. Daniel confesses his past. He was defrocked for performing unauthorized exorcisms that led to a child's death. He came to the mountains seeking redemption. Emily, trembling, says, "Redemption isn't what's buried here." In the shadows, they hear scraping. The door above creaks open. Someone's coming down the stairs. The sermon. Catherine enters, dragging her own skin across the floor, her voice echoing like many. Behind her, the effigy's shadow stretches across the walls. She preaches like a prophet, declaring that God has returned to claim his kingdom. Mark fires again and again. She keeps walking. Daniel drops to his knees, whispering prayers, tears streaming. For the first time, the thing answers him directly. "Faith built me. Faith binds you." The sacrament of fear. Daniel realizes what he must do. Faith gave the creature life, and only faith can destroy it. He takes his rosary, wraps it around his neck, and steps toward the shadow. He prays with pure conviction, shouting the Lord's Prayer. The creature screams, light bursting from its chest. Catherine collapses. The crypt begins to shake. Daniel turns to Emily. "Run, and don't look back." The collapse. Emily and Mark flee up the stairs as the church implodes. Outside, the forest is burning, trees bending as if alive. They run until dawn breaks, collapsing near an abandoned road. Helicopters in the distance signal rescue. Emily looks back. The church is gone. Nothing remains but scorched earth. The testimony. Weeks later, Emily is interviewed by authorities. She tells them everything. The cult, the possession, the creature. They don't believe her. The footage she recorded is corrupted. Only static and a faint voice whispering prayers. Emily insists Daniel sacrificed himself to destroy the evil. But deep down, she knows it's not over. She hasn't prayed since. The visitor. Late one night, Emily wakes in her apartment. The TV flickers on by itself, showing static. A faint voice whispers through the noise. "Faith built me. Faith binds you." Her reflection in the black screen blinks, but she doesn't. Behind her, faintly visible, stands Father Daniel, smiling, eyes hollow. The cross on her wall turns upside down. The endless turn, final twist. Months later, hikers find a new church in the woods, freshly built, untouched by fire. Its bell tolls softly in the mist. On the altar lies a new Bible, bound in red leather. Inside the first page, written in blood, Gospel of St. Daniel. As the camera pans out, we see that the church stands exactly where the first one burned. The forest hums. A whisper echoes. The blood never dies. The faith never ends.